Welcome back. I'm Rambo. Let's get into this. People love to say you just need closure, as if closure is some sort of magical conversation, as if one honest explanation will make the pain go away. But let me ask you something real. Is closure necessary? Or did we just learn to depend on it? But here's what nobody tells you. Most people who hurt you, they are not equipped to explain themselves. And waiting for clarity from someone who lacks self awareness will quietly destroy you. We chase closure because our mind hates uncertainty. Our brain wants clean endings. What it wants is cause and effect. It wants a story that makes sense so that it can file away the pain and move on. So we replay conversations. We imagine what we would say if we saw them again. And then we rehearse explanations that they will never give. And slowly, without realizing it, we hand over our healing to the very person that wounded us. That's the trap. Closure is often not about healing, it's about control. We believe if we understand, we can undo the damage. If they admit fault, if they explain why, if they say sorry right away. Here's something uncomfortable but freeing. Silence is an answer. Avoidance is communication. Inconsistency is information. How someone leaves, that is everything that you need to know about how this person values connection. You don't need them to spill it out. Their actions already did. At some point, the real question shifts. It's not about what did they do, it's about what am I doing to myself by staying here? Because why keeps you trapped in the past? Why keeps you stuck? Trying to solve a puzzle that doesn't want to be solved. But the shift to what now moves you forward. Here is a reframe that changes everything. Closure is not an explanation, it is a decision. It's a decision to stop seeking permission to heal, a decision to stop chasing understanding from someone who can't offer it, and a decision to choose peace over proof. That's self closure, an underrated skill. Self closure is when you can say, I don't need them to understand my pain. I don't need them to agree with me. And I don't need the full story to protect my future. That's when your values become louder than their version. Now let's talk about how to actually move on without closure. Because awareness alone isn't enough. First, you can write a letter that you will never send. Say everything that you didn't get to say. Not to be polite, not to be mature, be honest. Anger, disappointment, confusion, grief. The goal is to give your nervous system expression. It doesn't need validation. Write it, close it. Not for them, for you. Second, you need new rituals. Your mind, it loops when your body hasn't marked an ending. Delete the messages. Change your routine. Rearrange your space. Go somewhere new. Move your body. Ritual tells your brain this chapter is closed. Not because it made sense, but because you decided it was over. Third, stop romanticizing explanation. Even if they explained everything perfectly, it wouldn't change what happened. It wouldn't undo trust, it wouldn't undo impact, and it wouldn't guarantee peace. Peace, it comes when you stop negotiating with the past. Here's the part that no one prepares you for. Letting go without closure feels unfair. It can feel unresolved, incomplete, like you're walking away mid sentence. But not every ending is clean, and not every story finishes with understanding. And sometimes it just ends abruptly, but your growth starts there. Closure is not when they finally explain. Closure is when you stop finally asking. When you stop rehearsing conversations. When you stop hoping for a version of them that doesn't exist. When you stop reopening doors that cost you your peace. The real closure isn't dramatic, it's quiet. It's the moment you realize you don't want answers anymore. You want freedom. You choose yourself. If you're stuck waiting for closure, hear this. You're not weak, you're human. You don't need permission to move forward, and you don't need agreement to heal. And you don't need understanding to grow, you need courage. Courage to let go of the question and to step into the next chapter anyway. That's closure. So I'm just a guy standing in front of a viewer, asking you to have an open mind, an open heart, and open energy. With those three combined, we are human. Boom.